The truly wise do not fear solitude, they embrace it as a sacred companion. In a world that glorifies constant motion and endless connection, silence has become a rare luxury. Yet it is within silence that the heart begins to heal and wisdom quietly awakens. Those who understand life's deeper rhythm know that peace does not dwell in the noise of crowds but in the calm presence of one's own being. Stillness is not emptiness, it is awareness. When we slow down, we begin to see the subtleties that the restless mind overlooks, the softness of morning light, the warmth of a sincere smile, the quiet resilience of nature. The wise cultivate this stillness as a way of life. They do not rush to speak or to prove themselves, for they know that truth needs no defense, and authenticity requires no performance. In contrast, those trapped in constant activity mistake busyness for purpose and attention for value. They chase after validation, afraid that stillness might expose their insecurities. But the more they run, the further they stray from their true selves. The wise, on the other hand, choose to pause, to listen, to breathe, to let life unfold naturally. In stillness, one discovers strength, not the strength of control, but of acceptance. It is the quiet courage to let things be as they are, trusting that everything comes and goes in its proper time. The wise understand that peace is not found by conquering the world, but by mastering one's own heart. Only in stillness can we hear the gentle whisper of truth and rediscover the serenity that lies at the core of our being. The ancients often said, "Man proposes, heaven disposes." This simple truth reminds us that while human beings can plan, strive, and act, the final outcome still rests in forces beyond our control. The wise understand that effort is necessary, but attachment to results only breeds suffering. They work with sincerity, yet remain calm before success or failure, knowing that each outcome carries its own lesson and meaning. Life, in its mysterious rhythm, does not always align with our desires. There are moments when no matter how carefully we plan, things fall apart, and other times, blessings arrive when we least expect them. The wise do not resist this flow, they learn to move with it, trusting that the universe unfolds with a hidden order far greater than human logic. To accept the will of heaven is not to surrender passively, but to act with awareness and humility, doing one's best while letting go of obsession and fear. Those who chase after control or seek to please everyone are like travelers lost in a storm. The harder they struggle, the deeper they sink into confusion. But when one pauses, breathes, and aligns heart with truth, the path becomes clear again. The harmony between human effort and heavenly will lies in balance, to act with integrity, yet remain detached from the outcome. When we trust in the flow of life, every gain and loss becomes part of a greater harmony. The wise walk this path with quiet faith, understanding that what is meant for them will come in its time, and what is not will fade like clouds before the wind. Gratitude is the quiet light that illuminates the path to peace. It softens the heart, clears the mind, and reminds us that even in imperfection, life is full of grace. The ancients taught that a grateful heart is the root of happiness, for one who knows gratitude never feels impoverished, even in hardship. When we learn to give thanks, not only for joy, but also for struggle, we begin to see the hidden blessings within every experience. In a world driven by desire and comparison, gratitude is an act of liberation. It frees us from the endless chase for more success, more approval, more possessions. The ungrateful mind always finds lack, the grateful heart always finds abundance. A simple meal, a kind word, the warmth of sunlight, or the sound of rain, all become gifts when seen through the eyes of appreciation. Those who practice gratitude naturally radiate peace. They no longer measure life by what they have or lose, but by how deeply they can love and understand. Gratitude transforms relationships, turning resentment into compassion and envy into joy. It bridges the distance between people and restores harmony where conflict once stood. The wise give thanks not only to heaven, but to every person and circumstance that shapes their journey. They understand that every encounter, pleasant or painful, serves as a teacher, guiding the soul toward greater clarity and strength. In the end, gratitude is not merely a virtue, it is a way of seeing. It turns ordinary days into sacred moments and transforms a restless life into a peaceful one. When the heart is grateful, even silence sings, and the soul rests gently in the rhythm of contentment. In the end, wisdom is not measured by how much one knows, but by how peacefully one lives. The wise have learned that true contentment does not come from crowds, titles, or wealth, but from the quiet harmony between the heart and the world. They no longer seek to please everyone, nor do they chase the fleeting admiration of others. Instead, they cultivate stillness within, a calm that remains unshaken even when the world around them is in turmoil. The wise understand that life's greatest treasures are simple: an honest heart, a few sincere companions, the ability to sleep peacefully, and the grace to greet each dawn with gratitude. They are not impressed by noise or appearances, for they have tasted the emptiness that lies behind false smiles and hollow praise. Their joy is quiet, found in kindness, reflection, and the gentle rhythm of everyday life. To live wisely is to know when to hold on and when to let go, when to speak and when to remain silent. It is the art of balancing engagement with detachment, of walking through the world with open eyes yet an undisturbed heart. The wise do not isolate themselves, but they also do not depend on the approval of others to feel whole. Ultimately, peace is not something we find, it is something we remember, the natural state of a soul aligned with truth. When we live with authenticity, humility, and gratitude, life itself becomes our teacher. The noise fades, the masks fall away, and what remains is pure and unshakable serenity, the quiet joy of one who has learned to live simply, truthfully, and in harmony with heaven's way.